Um, One of the topics that I wanted to expound on very briefly while on YouTube is the concept of crash out energy. A lot of times we have been taught and programmed that crashing out is an act that's simonious with being angry and wilding out on people, just going totally off, or wilding out on a situation and going totally off. I think for the most part, if we were to rearrange what we were taught about crashing out, if we were to rearrange the programming of crashing out as a negative emotional response and place it in a different perspective, then we would be able to empower ourselves in life in numerous ways. Here's an example. You get angry and you raise your vibration to crash out. Think about it. If that energy was transmuted and used in a way and in a perspective of creativity, perhaps, liberation, the restoration of communities, if we were to take that energy and say, I'm not going to use it when I'm angry, I'm going to use it when I'm being creative. That's an interesting take. And I would like to hear you guys' comments on what crash out energy means to you. Because that programming that we have is based on chaos. Because you have to remember, we're taught. You get angry at something or upset about something or you greatly dislike something, then you crash out about it. Okay? So if we were to rearrange and reverse the programming and say, well, what happens if I crash out in my creativity? What happens if I crash out into my empowerment? Now, in a previous video that I posted on TikTok, I said that the human body produces 2.6 trillion volts of energy during a crash out. What that generally means, that's a lot of energy. And what that generally means, that's enough power to power the whole country of Ghana from an energy perspective. We power out, we crash out. It's like nuclear energy, you know what I mean? And we crash out and raise our vibration to 2.6 trillion volts of energy. If you do the research and you look and see that, dang, darn it, that's enough energy to power a country, a small country. And we're possessing that energy within our own selves. But how do we channel it? We have been taught to channel it only when we're upset and angry. You see? But if we were to take that energy and say, I'm going to crash out on my progress. I'm going to crash out on my prosperity. I'm going to crash out on my own elevation. Then what does that mean? That simply means that we are powerful beings who are misusing our abilities. Why? Well, it's generational programmings. We were taught, you get mad, you crash out. Okay. Well, how about if we're taught, if you have a creative idea, if you have a business idea, if you on the path of healing and restoration of your spirit, and you crash out about it, you're generating 2.6 trillion volts of energy that can be used towards your progress versus being used towards your anger. A lot of times in the West, we're taught the exact opposite of what our ancestors were taught and what they were teaching in the East. We're taught the exact opposite. Why? Because this society that we live in is intentionally designed to bring us down. You see? So I just wanted to share those words of wisdom with you guys. Be blessed. Have a blessed day. And this is Madison Man, and I'm out. Y'all be blessed, please.